You're with Cam here from WCBH, and I'm standing here with Ricky Little, who is the president of the Northern Territory Referees Association. And Ricky, you've just been presented with the 2026 NRL Community Awards Community Match Official of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a remarkable recognition for your great service as part of the referees here in the top end.
Yeah, I'm a little bit speechless, Cam. Yeah, we definitely don't. I don't do it for the awards and the recognition. You probably could give it to every one of our match officials out here. They're a great bunch of guys, and I'm truly thankful. A bit blown away, to be honest.
How long have you been involved in refereeing?
I probably got started when my young fella, he got started, my youngest, so he's now probably about 5 years, 6 years, but been involved in rugby league forever, playing, and then have kids, and then you start coaching and league safing and helping around clubs, and then refereeing and whatever else you need to do for the game.
And that's really it, isn't it? The game runs on volunteers and people willing to get involved in all different aspects. Now, in your role as the president of the NT Referees Association, you referee and you coach and mentor the referees as well?
Yeah, it's a big part of what we do. So sticking up for those younger guys who are starting out, guys and girls, it's not the easiest job. You get plenty of constructive feedback from sidelines and players as you're out there in the game. But yeah, we definitely try and get around those young kids and make sure we're there to support them. So that's a big chunk of every weekend you hear, from the first games in the morning till the last games at night. And yeah.
It's part of the game that we probably don't give enough attention to, but how many referees would we have involved in the NRL NT?
We've got probably about 30 referees. When we add on some that we've got in Catherine, we've got some in Alice Springs as well, so all up around 40 to 50 referees. We are struggling with referee numbers, as is every competition pretty much going around, so we're always keen to, if anyone's willing to give it a go, and yeah, we're happy to have them on board. So I think last week we did it with 13 referees just based on availability and stuff like that. We do fly interstates up. See one out there now refereeing the match from Brisbane. So yeah, we do rely on interstate referees as well.
So if someone's interested in getting involved in community rugby league, there's opportunities to be a player, to be a coach, to be an official, but there's an opportunity to be a referee. How do they get in touch with you? How do they get involved?
Email secretariat@ntrla.com.au. If you get onto NRL NT, they'll put you in touch as well. And we have Facebook as well. We've got our Facebook page, Northern Territory Rugby League Referees Association. And realistically, you see the guys walking around in pink shirts on the weekends. If you're interested, come and find us, and we'll put you in touch.
How old would be the youngest referee in the association and the oldest referee?
So you've got to be 13 to be a referee, and oldest, unfortunately, that's possibly me, but we won't talk about that.
Over 21.
Over 21, yeah. We've got some more mature referees.
And what would be your schedule like? If you're a referee, how many games do you think you'd be expected to referee on a weekend?
That's the beauty of it. You can put in your availability. If you want to referee from the morning to the night, you can. If you want to, some people are parents or have other commitments, and they can decide to come in the afternoon or come in just in the morning. We're very flexible, and we work around. A lot of our young referees are also players, so we work around their playing commitments as well. So
Sure.
Yeah, our guys are a fantastic bunch of people, always willing to help. So
and like we said before, the game runs on volunteers, and people don't referee for the money. But if you get involved, is it a paid role? Is it something that kids can earn a bit of pocket money on the side by being a referee?
Absolutely, and we've been supported this year. We renegotiated with the NRL NT a new 5-year payment plan. So young kids actually, they can earn quite a good earn out of it. So yeah, it's a good way to earn a little bit of extra pocket money.
I worked at McDonald's for my first job, and I'm an absolute rugby league tragic. I would have been much better at home being out on the field, being a referee, being around the thing that I love rather than, I also love McDonald's as well, I suppose, but best seats in the house, people say.
And we do, what we tell the kids who are players and referees is you will learn a lot about rugby league by becoming a referee, just seeing what, how the game is played, seeing it from a different angle. When you're impartial to the game, you learn different things about the game. So, we always tell our young referees who are players, take that on,
That's
learn.
so true. That's so true. Being out there and, being able to watch the ruck on both sides and all those sorts of things, got to make you a better player, because you're objectively looking at the match rather than emotionally being carried away, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So if you're a young referee and you get involved, just like if you're a young player and you're, a talented player, What are the pathways available to young referees? You know, can you start as a 13-year-old referee in the NRL NT and reach the NRL?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, NRL, obviously we're a small comp up here, but, down south there are high performance unit pathways. And, yeah, we strongly encourage anyone who's really keen to just, grab it, get after it.
And the fitness requirement for referees, how many kilometres would you, I suppose, if you're on the touchy or if you're in the centre field?
Yeah, I think in an A grade game, the centre refs tell us they do about 5Ks, around about 5Ks a game. So, and a lot of high intensity, running backwards, running forwards, sideways, plus communicating. So it is, there's a bit of physical side in it. But look, there's lower grade games in the junior grades that you can, definitely get involved. You don't need to be a super fit athlete. I'm definitely not. So, yeah.
But what you're saying, you can have the best seats in the house. You can get paid to do something that you love, being around rugby league, and you can get fit at the same time. Sounds like a pretty attractive proposition.
It is, yeah.
What about, we've seen huge growth in the game in terms of female numbers. Do we have female referees coming through the ranks in the Northern Territory?
Absolutely, we do, yeah. I think this year we hit about 25% of our membership base was female referees. We've got now 2 referee coaches who are females as well. So definitely a part of the game that, is growing and we're growing with it as well. So, yeah.
I imagine one of the big barriers for people wanting to pick up the whistle is that fear that they're going to get something wrong, and then, there might be a little bit of disrespect coming from the sideline. I imagine that there's good collegial support from the Referees Association and the NRL NT to make sure that the right messages are getting out to our rugby league community, to such as if they're wearing green, they're under 18 and all those sorts of things, to look after our referees.
It's still a very difficult part of the game.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we're still struggling with behaviours from off field. It's not getting any better, unfortunately. But I don't let it deter you. What we are is a very close group of people, and we put a lot of support around the referees. We really defend. We're happy to stop the game, as we did in the last game with the spectator who decided he wanted to give us some constructive feedback. So we were happy to stop the game and get on with it. So
yeah, well, a big thank you from the rugby league community for everything that you and your fellow referees in the Northern Territory do. The game couldn't run without referees, and you do a fantastic job. And what a fantastic evening it is tonight to acknowledge you, and I suppose through you, all the other referees in the Northern Territory. Ricky Little presented tonight as the Community Match Official of the Year as part of the Westpac 2026 NRL Community Awards presentation.
Thanks, Cam, and big shout out to my family as well. We're all involved, and it takes a lot of time, but thank you.
Thank you.